2023 BMW i7 First Drive Review, a joy to drive, a pain to use. The all-electric 7 Series isn't exactly a treat to behold, either. It's been 7 years since the BMW 7 Series was last redesigned, and for 2023, we have an all-new 7th generation on the way. If you believe in lucky numbers, this bodes well for BMW's flagship luxury sedan. But there's even bigger news. Along with the all-new 7 Series, we're also getting an all-electric i7 variant. The 2023 BMW i7 goes on sale at the end of 2022, with a starting price of $120,295, including $995 destination. On a single charge, the EPA estimates it can travel between 296 and 318 miles depending on wheel choice. Bigger equals less, but we wouldn't be surprised if it exceeds its official figures in real-world driving. A lithium-ion battery pack in the floor with a usable capacity of 101.7 kWh powers the motors on the front and rear axles for all-wheel drive. Combined, they produce 536 horsepower and 549 pound-feet of torque. As much as 605 pounds-to-foot of torque can be momentarily summoned in boost mode by tapping the paddle on the left of the steering wheel. The i7 is DC fast charge capable up to a 195 kilowatt rate, which BMW estimates will replenish the battery from 10% to 80% in 34 minutes. As an added incentive, owners can enjoy 3 years of unlimited free charging on the Electrify America network. On more typical 22 kilowatt level 2 chargers, a full charge from empty should take 5.5 hours. By comparison, the Mercedes-Benz EQS has an EPA estimated range of either 340 or 350 miles depending on model and should charge from 10 to 80% in 31 minutes. From the outside, there's little to distinguish the electric i7 from its gasoline-powered 7 Series sibling. That can be good or bad, depending on your tastes and what angle you're looking from. Up front is a massive version of BMW's signature kidney grille. It's flanked by narrow LED accent lights where you'd expect the headlights to be. Those are instead inset and tucked underneath, and join with a vertical air inlet in the corners that channel air around the front wheels. Shoppers can choose between 2 aesthetic themes. The luxury choice, above left, features a grille with chrome accents and a body-colored front fascia, while the M Sport, above right, goes with a blacked-out look for the grille and surrounding bodywork. We're still struggling with the looks of the front end, but after a few days of getting familiar with the i7, it's not quite as jarring as it was initially. For an additional $12,000, you can opt for Maybach-like, two-tone red and black or silver and gray paint schemes. The i7's profile is far less polarizing and retains all of the 7 Series personality with a long hood and comparable short rear deck. The recessed black plastic door handles seem out of place, though. Why are they not body-colored? The rear end is executed with more grace than the front, with more conventional styling and distinctive horizontal taillights. The i7 and 7 Series are only sold as long-wheelbase sedans and have a definite presence on the road. For those wincing at the front-end styling, we suggest spending some time experimenting with BMW's online configurator to see if there's a combination of themes and colors that might win them over. Besides styling and aesthetics, the i7 presents a mixed bag of praiseworthy and head-scratching results. The i7 offers power operating doors that should open with a simple touch of a button. But the numerous sensors won't allow for that unless you're deliberately to the rear of the door. If you're too close, it will only pop partly ajar until you step to the rear. More often than not, the typical position at the door results in frustration and resorting to pulling the resistant door open. A small button on the edge of the dashboard closes the door with no such issues, but we suggest skipping this option. Like gesture controls, it seems like a feature to impress friends when one first gets the car, but will ultimately rarely use. Once inside, front passengers are treated to a stylish and modern interior. The dashboard is minimal in design with a long, curved glass sheet enclosing the digital instrument panel and central infotainment touchscreen. A crystal-like trim element hides the air vents and illuminates with the cabin's mood lighting. Small rubberized dials underneath control the vent direction, and air distribution is pleasingly even and effective. You may want to avoid the gloss carbon fiber, below right, or mirror oak dash trim as they tend to reflect annoying sun glare. There's also glare off the piano black center console and crystal infotainment dial, but sadly, there's no alternate material offered. The leather upholstery is as comfortable as it is attractive, but we're drawn to the available light gray cashmere wool blend fabric option, below left, for certain color combinations. With a tap of the start/stop button, the big luxury sedan springs to life, and a tug of the gear selector toggle gets you underway. A single pull puts you in the regular drive mode, while a double pull selects the B mode that allows for one pedal F driving. Otherwise, the i7 freewheels with little deceleration in the normal drive setting. Acceleration is instant and with authority. BMW says it will reach 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds on its way to a 149 mph top speed. As is the case with most EVs, the i7 gathers speed with eerie silence, but if you select Sport mode, a futuristic hum is piped in through the speakers. The sounds are engineered by Academy Award-winning composer Hans Zimmer and add a likable amount of theater to the driving experience. The B driving mode slows the i7 to a graceful stop and is easy to smoothly modulate under all conditions. On a winding road, the suspension ably slices through curves with only moderate body roll. It corners with more athleticism than you'd expect from a 5,917-pound sedan but doesn't encourage sporty driving.